Moje imię Yuri
Ja jestem Jakub.
i my jedziemy za kermom. '21 Subaru Crosstrek.
Outdoor with eyesight.
Okay, what does outdoor mean?
Outdoor means it's kind of the middle trim, but this is the cheapest trim where you get this brand new 2.5 liter banging engine.
Horsepower, torque.
182 horsepower, 176 pound-feet of torque from a 2.5 liter four-cylinder boxer engine.
So going a nice slow pace, if I floor it.
Pretty slow to downshift. It's fake gears because this is a CVT.
Yeah, but once it kicked in, it was pretty good.
Yeah, power-wise is actually very appropriate. I'm glad that we have this extra 30 horsepower now.
But because it's CVT, I feel like it just extended that like one gear that you're in. It's like, yo, this is never gonna shift.
Yeah.
So you can't call us out for fake shifts.
But you were also in intelligent mode, so switch it over to sport mode and now try that again.
I feel like that's even worse.
Yeah. It's like it went through like a couple fake gears before it decided the one to give you the power.
Yeah, I mean, overall, for a regular commuter car, it's like pretty all right.
Yes.
And then back to the outdoor part of this yellow color we can only get in the outdoor trim.
Yeah, plasma yellow. It does look really cool, actually.
Yeah, I like it. It's like when BMW had all those cool metallic colors on the M4.
Well, this is almost exactly the Elantra puke yellow kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before I talk about the cool new lane centering with the eyesight, I'm gonna boot through cliche real quickly.
Turns in pretty decent.
It's a lot of movement, a lot of wobbly. It's got that wormy feeling like the TLX had, but I think a little slower through the turns.
Yeah, and I don't really get that wormy feeling. I do get the body roll just because we are higher up, and there is a little bit of understeer.
I think the worminess for me comes from like the weight transfer from it being higher up, and like if you let off a bit, then the back starts going out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But overall, not the least fun to drive, and I think the overall image of a Crosstrek being raised like this is very cool because it's very battle wagon.
It really is, and it does handle pretty well considering, and I think the engine upgrade does make a considerable difference in the handling because you are able to power through a little bit better now.
Okay, and now back to that eyesight with lane centering.
Which is right up here.
Yeah, these are your eyesights. It works really well, keeps you in the middle of your lane. I did have an issue where this morning it did take a while to start picking up very clearly visible lanes on the highway, but overall, pretty decent system.
Is it because they were salt covered?
No, it was just like normal roads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of like weird stuff.
But it is a very good system. I've had no issues with it in the last couple of days, and I really like it.
Yeah, but it also is not like perfectly centered. Like it does have a little bit more sway than like a Hyundai or a Kia system would have.
Yeah, but it's better than not having this at all because like the Subaru Impreza that we're also in with eyesight, there is no lane centering in that, even though that one is more expensive.
And then like a CX-30 doesn't have lane centering at all. It just has lane departure assist, but that's more of a handling car, which could wipe the floor with this.
Yes.
I think that CX-30 could wipe the floor with most cars.
Yes, definitely watch our CX-30 Turbo review, which is already out.
And then some other cool features this has, we actually have a front 180-degree camera that shows up in our little screen above our infotainment.
And you can use it on the highway.
You can use it while driving at all times. So I think somebody missed a regulation somewhere, because I don't think you're supposed to be allowed to do that, but don't tell anyone.
Or everyone else is making excuses and there's actually no regulation for it because we could just use this while driving, no problem.
But maybe that's because it's that screen and not the infotainment screen.
Potentially.
And like all other cars, this does have a reverse camera, and this one is very good quality.
And it does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, it's wired. Not really any room for our phones down here, just like the Impreza,
Yes.
but that's okay. We got a volume knob, tuning knob, very good fast tuning knob.
The infotainment's not laggy or anything, and we do have Sirius XM rewinding satellite radio as well.
And tune mix that you can set to your favorites. And as I said in the Legacy video, this is probably one of the best infotainment still for normal touchscreen infotainment, besides the fact that there's no quick button to get from your CarPlay projection to whatever other projection you're on the screen.
Yeah, and this is way better than the one in the Forester, which we hated.
Yeah, I hated that so much.
Remember, that was the one that had the eyesight, but it also tracked your eyes, I believe. I
Yeah,
could be
so
wrong. It was
I
either
think-
that or the Outback.
It was like when you looked away, he would yell at you.
Yeah, you'd like look over here and it's like, keep your eyes on the road. I'm like, I can't at all times.
Yo, I don't want to use this word because I really don't like it, but I think this is the Subaru sweet spot if you're not getting an STI or WRX.
Dude, I get it. This
Or-
is a
or a
great
PRC.
price. It's a great price. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool looking.
Okay, I think it looks cool, like way cooler than pretty much everything else.
It looks cool. Doesn't look good.
No, it does. It looks cool and good
Let's get to the looks.
with you behind the wheel.
All right. No launch, no brake boost because I found that's faster. That is a lot better than the previous model with the 2-liter engine.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not lightning fast, which is
Yeah.
expected. Anything that's attached to a CVT, I expect to be slow.
Yeah, and I did time this 0 to 60 miles per hour with the Draggy app, and it is about 2 to 3 seconds faster than the Impreza with the 2-liter engine.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay speed for normal people car stuff.
Yeah, I really appreciate having this engine, and I think it would be better to get this engine rather than a higher trim with the 2-liter engine.
Yeah, but you can get a manual in a lot of these trims that don't have eyesight, but not with the larger motor you said.
Exactly. So you can only get it with the 2-liter engine. But shout out Subaru for having manuals. That is
I mean,
still good.
STI is still manual only, so like,
Yeah.
they know what's up.
And speaking of manuals, we do have a manual handbrake. I'm not gonna rip it. Okay, I did turn it on.
Yeah, I mean, manual handbrakes are the best.
Yeah.
It looks.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I got off track with the horsepowers.
So first thing I think everyone notices is that it looks like a station wagon that's lifted. We've got huge plastic cladding from the side, and it's a weird shape. Love, love, love it.
Yeah, see, I really don't like the way that the plastic cladding has been added because it's kind of been squared off. And I get why they did it because it makes it look more
Makes
rugged.
it look fun.
Yeah, because if it was rounded, it would almost look like a truck or something like that. So I get why they did it.
And overall body lines, they are pretty cool, nothing spectacular, but with this color, it really helps make it all pop.
And it's also cool that the plastic cladding is textured.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And then these wheels, I also like a lot. They're not as cool as those original Crosstrek wheels that I fell in love with.
Yeah, these really fit the outdoor name.
Yeah, super solid wheels. And what would be the Continental recommended tire for a Crosstrek?
The Viking Contact 7.
That'll probably be pretty good in snow, just like this clip of us drifting it.
Yeah, this is actually really easy to do donuts in. You just put in X mode, turn off the traction, and it lets you have some fun.
Yeah, because a lot of all-wheel drive systems won't let you throttle oversteer. You need to do weird tricks, but this one seems to let you do that. Maybe it's probably the X drive.
Yeah, so
X
X
mode.
mode is the 2-stage X mode, which is different than other Subarus that just have the regular X mode, so this one's even better. So basically it just distributes the power to which wheel needs it, and it's able to do it in a better way that the regular one can't, use it in slippery conditions going up or downhill as well.
Hey, we got to get back to looks again.
Right, keep getting sidetracked. Front end, we have halogen headlights. Come on, Subaru.
Yeah, it's not
so disappointing.
It's not very consistent, but I think the ruggedness of everything else.
But I was
is-
driving
is
this at
okay.
night. It's almost like hazardous in 2021. Like nobody really has halogens in 2021.
Except for Toyotas.
But it doesn't even have projectors.
Yeah.
Like projectors with halogens, I can live with. No projectors in 2021.
Okay, but at the front end, the way all the ruggedness kind of creeps up from the bottom, I do like all that.
Yeah, looks really good though.
Back end, we've got normal Subaru taillights.
Yeah, they're okay.
No exhaust tip, it's just signal at the bottom, which is fine. No fake exhaust tips or anything.
Wonder what it sounds like though from the
No,
outside. From the outside.
And then we've got more of that cladding on the sides, and it's just green in the middle at the bottom. Overall, looks wise, very good. And it is a hatchback, so if we pop the trunk, we can do the
Box test.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we couldn't fit these ones in the car this time, but 9, 10, 11, and 12. Get your own box on patreon.com/TheStraightPipes. 2 more boxes than an Impreza, which
Makes sense.
kind of impressive. I think it's because there's a little bit more room here.
So finishing up on the looks, this is a very good looking CUV, whatever you want to call it, and Jason Fensky from Engineer Explained seems to really love his Crosstrek.
Oh yeah. I mean, like,
He is obsessed with it.
if I had to have them a performance out one car, it would be STI this and make it more Baja-ish.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
It would be cool.
And manual.
Yes.
Or dual clutch.
Yeah, and shout out Jason, because Jason, I think you got to upgrade to the new 2.5 liter. Like, you're just going to have to. So let's get into some of the daily driving good and annoying features. Number one annoying feature is the auto stop start. I find it to be very harsh, the harshest one I have used in any modern car that I can remember.
Not worse than Volvo's. Because Volvo's, when you let off, it gives you a kick.
Okay, second worst.
All right. How do you turn it off?
There's a button. No, there's a button down here.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I keep thinking like a BMW where it's right next to the start-stop button.
Yes.
Unless that's Mercedes.
No, that's BMW depending on the generation.
And also Mercedes?
Maybe. But one really nice feature about dailying this car is having touch to open on the door handles, no hard buttons. You don't have to do anything, you just tap it.
It's a mandatory thing in cars in 2020.
It's so convenient.
Do not release cars without it. But you know what? We don't review a lot of lower trim cars ever because the manufacturers just won't give us a car for stuff that we'd want to complain about.
This is the lowest trim we could get.
Yeah,
and it's the mid trim.
So maybe a lot of cars are still like that and we just don't know. And like, I'm sorry, it's hard to break down trims and stuff like that.
Pretty much. And now into actually driving this, so let's send it through Cliche Corner. And I mean, other than the body roll, the turn-in's pretty good. And that power really does pull you through because it's always in the right gear because it's a CVT. So let's see. A tiny, almost a bit of oversteer if I like really stayed into it.
You'll get lift off oversteer, I think. But like I saw your hands correct a little bit. So
I was trying to force it.
That's my reasoning behind the worminess.
Yeah.
But it's overall like it's fun because it's kind of challenging, but not gross.
And it's fast enough compared to the 2 liter that it's actually a bit more fun.
Yeah.
So I don't mind this at all. And speaking of the actual suspension, it is so comfortable, a lot more comfortable than the Impreza that we're also driving.
Yeah, and since it's lifted, we're just flying through snowbanks, any dirt, like I don't care at all. And it's refreshing because most cars we have are like 20-inch rims or wheels or whatever with thin tires, and I'm scared of everything. I don't want to get in trouble. And this is just...
Dude, I think the plastic cladding makes me want to send this into snowbanks more.
You're like, I dare you to affect this car, snow.
Because I didn't have that same feeling in the Mazda CX-30, even though it also has a ton of plastic cladding, but it doesn't have it like on the front.
Yeah. When you see plastic cladding on the front, you're like, okay, this means business. Or maybe it doesn't, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to pretend like it does.
Exactly. This isn't really a daily driving thing, but in terms of drive modes, we do have Sport and Intelligent, and I don't really find that much of a difference, basically just your throttle, which you can kind of see in the graph that it shows you.
Don't drive these cars in sport.
You really don't.
Maybe if you need to do that for donuts in the snow or something.
Yeah, and then we also do have X mode, which is, like I said, the better dual X mode. And then we can turn off our traction with a hard button, which is awesome. And then we also have these paddles, which are kind of plasticky. And again, I would just advise not using them because they don't really react that quickly.
Try to get it to hang. Try to get it to hang. Keep shifting down while flooring it.
Oh, dude. This is the part I don't like about CVTs.
Hold it down. It's still, the CVT logic isn't bad.
Yeah, it's just not good though. And then we do have a heated steering wheel, and the heated steering wheel button is very dim, which kind of sucks. And only the sides and bottom of the steering wheel get heated. The top part doesn't. So you have like 75% of a heated steering wheel.
I feel like a lot of cars do that. You disagree with me, but I guess...
No, I agree. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, economy car.
Well, I was driving like minus 20 this week, and then I turned my hand when I'm turning, and then all of a sudden it's just freezing ice cold.
9 and 3. Oh, crossovers.
Yeah, but you can't in like parking lots and stuff.
Perfect. That's what they taught me at the Mercedes-Benz drifting school.
Yes.
Okay, and the steering wheel's got a gold on it, or acid yellow or whatever.
Plasma yellow.
And then we got plasma yellow stitching in here and on the seats.
And these seats are really comfortable, like shockingly comfortable compared to the Impreza that we're also in. I know we keep comparing it to that, but that is just the most direct comparison we have.
I think this is more comfortable than the CX-30, but not more comfortable than a Nissan.
Yes.
Not that we've driven a competitor for this. That'd be the Kicks.
The Kicks or the Juke. Kicks.
No, Jukes doesn't exist. I feel like this is too nice to be against a Kicks.
Yeah.
Would this be a Qashqai?
Yeah,
but that doesn't feel as right. I don't know. But Nissan.
By the way, the Qashqai for the Americans is called the Rogue Sport, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna just be American next month. We're switching over.
I'm gonna wear an American hat,
and that way we'll get all the cool cars instead of waiting 6 months.
Okay, back to these seats. Tons of room behind myself at 6'1.5". Everything's really soft up here because I have nice soft elbow spots for everything. We do have fake carbon fiber up here, but it does look pretty cool. It is black.
Visor test?
Yeah, let's check this out. Well, this doesn't look good.
3, 2, 1.
Fail and super fail.
I had the sun in my eyes. I did not like it. And cup holders, fits cups just fine.
And then we do have heated seats with hard buttons, but we probably already said that.
No, we didn't.
Oh, this was the other video?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So I think that's pretty much everything with the Crosstrek Outdoors.
Great improvement with this new engine.
Let's get to the price.
And it still doesn't even fall apart with the price. $31,795.
Canadian.
That is a great price for this vehicle.
And again, to compare it to the Impreza, this is less expensive, and I feel like the features here are better, except for like some little features. This only has single zone climate control, and the driver's seat is manual, not electric.
Yeah, certain things, including the crappy halogen headlights and no projectors, there are differences.
But then you get the good lane centering.
Yeah, so it's better if you don't drive this at night. You drive this during the day.
Like, I get it, but I think over these two, and if you haven't seen our Impreza video, check that out. I would pick this.
I would too, but comparing this to the CX-30, CX-30 Turbo, I would actually go CX-30 Turbo.
So this compared to a CX-30, I think CX-30 has better handling.
Yes.
This is more off-road and rugged. This has better lane assist because the other CX-30 doesn't. And this has a more normal infotainment, but the Mazda infotainment is better if you can get used to it with the rotary wheel.
And this car is also cooler and it looks cooler.
Yes, because the CX-30 looks kind of dumb, but the paint on the CX-30 is amazing.
Yes, and the turbo engine is a lot better, and it doesn't have a CVT, which is mainly why I picked that.
Yeah, that one's way more fun for driving. So I think it's almost a coin toss for me, because then they both have tune mix.
Yeah.
Man, that should be our next comparison video.
Oh man, is anyone gonna watch that? Let us know in the comments. Playlists.
Yo, watch the CX-30 video.
Yeah, also subscribe.
And the Impreza.
I saved the subscribe prompt for the end of the video.
So you guys don't get offended.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry for asking you to subscribe.
Sorry for being Canadian. We'll go be American now.